Today is December 14th, 2022. It's hard to figure out what the core reason is that trading losses that occur. In my case, one of the issue is risk, it seems to me, when I lose big. Because if my risk is in control, that means I'm able to lose less because I'm able to be more cautious. So, um, because I don't, because I do not respect risk, what I do is when it's red, the money depletes, but I still add because I'm the factor, a thing that controls my throttling of 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 placing my capital into the trade is not throttled back by the risk factor in it, and that's why I'm losing a lot of money. So when I make a trade, that means that that trade has a risk of being lost, and that is the risk. And so I've been scratching my head for quite a while to get to the core of what it is that is making me unable to stop losing big, and that seems to be the factor. So now what it's and I've reviewed many of the day traders. They talk about, okay, so you have to cut your losses fast, but that seems to be it's like a subject matter is like an onion. It's like an onion. There's layers, 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 layers. And so professional day traders know this by saying this one particular statement. And it's on the outer layer. But it takes a while to go to the core of the reason. And the core of that onion is risk. The factor is risk. The novice day traders, they don't know anything about risk. So they put everything in it and just go for it. And then when they get lucky, they get lots of money. That's how novice day traders do. But professional day traders, it seems like they know what each of these things have in relation to risk. And so that has to be observed. And for me, now I'm looking into, like today, here's what I did. I traded a couple stocks, and then right before the FOMC announcement came in, I got out. Because I knew that there's sufficient risk, because I don't know what it's going to do. It's an unknown territory. Whatever extrapolations that I do, it's an unknown factor. Just like over the weekend, there are factors where I have no clue. Like overnight, I have no clue what's going to happen. So the risk factor of holding overnight, it's essentially, the word is called risk. And how do I mitigate risk? One, don't hold over the weekend. It's just the risk is zero at that point. And so when I make a trade and then the trade goes in a certain amount, the higher it gets, the riskier it gets, because it has the potential to come back and erase and move in the other direction as well. That's why on a human level, and when I'm trading, I get nervous when it goes up. And when it goes down, I need to have that same risk thing on. There's a financial terminology called risk on and risk off. And so it seems to me the financial institutions, they prefer to have risk on a favorable market condition, and risk off when the market condition is unfavorable. That is a risk control. So risk is the foundation of the heavy losses that I've incurred. When I'm aware of what risk management is, then I know that when I make such a huge trade and I hold it overnight, anything can happen. The risk is essentially 100%. So my job is to maximize my gains by minimizing my risk. Risk